controversy around whether a biological man who calls themselves a trans woman should be allowed into women's prisons, Humza Yousef, who is running for leader of the Scottish National Party and First Minister of Scotland, has recently said that...
Well, I think Isla Bryson is at it, if I'm honest. I think they're a dangerous individual, deceptive individual. I don't think they're a true trans woman. I think they're trying to play the system for personal advantage. Now, what I can't do, Sophie, is I can't change law. The law, which has been the law for many, many years, allows Isla Bryson to self-identify as a woman if they wish. I think they're at it. I don't think they're a genuine trans woman, so I wouldn't describe them in that way.
So Humza Yousef, a man who stood in the Scottish Parliament and actually waxed lyrical, Jess, about how awful it was that so many white people were in positions of power in Scotland. Of course, Scotland being a majority white country, hardly that surprising, but he said it with such vehemence that you'd be forgiven for thinking that white had become an insult. He then, Jess, he's been caught out several times. He then said he wasn't able to attend a vote on the same-sex marriage debate in Scotland because of government business, and a former SNP member of the Scottish Parliament actually came out and said he was under pressure from the mosque to be absent on any vote on same-sex marriage. How very progressive, Jess. That might get you cancellation in some quarters. I mean, Humza has now said, as you say, that he doesn't believe that Isla Bryson or Adam Graham, that's his name, the man, and I use that word man, who now self-identifies, how convenient, as a woman under this dangerous and divisive law passed by Nicola Sturgeon, is genuinely a trans woman. Double rapist Adam Graham, Jess, convicted double rapist. He's got 8 years now in prison. And he said, oh, maybe he's not actually genuinely a trans woman. And you say, yes, that's what every woman with an inch of common sense, an ounce of common sense, warned you of. This is the consequence of your fantasy self-ID. It's a dangerous delusion. And Joanna Cherry Casey, a SNP MP at Westminster, she actually quote tweeted the interview. It was Sky News. Humza Yousef did this interview, and she said that this statement saying Isla Bryson isn't Isla Bryson and that Adam Graham is perhaps pretending to be a trans man. Who could have guessed that someone would do that, Jess? But this could be viewed, Joanna Cherry said, very clever woman. She said that this could be viewed as transphobia under Humza Yousef's very own hate crime bill as hate speech, Jess. You couldn't make it up. It's the same bill that said it would criminalise speech around the dinner table in your own home in Scotland. But this is the SNP, Jess, not the Stasi. You couldn't make it up. And I think the party is beginning to show signs of tearing itself apart. They're fighting like rats in a sack because of this so-called progressive agenda, which the chickens are very much coming home to roost in. And honestly, I don't think it could have happened to a more abhorrent bunch of slimy separatists than the SNP. I really, really don't. So I'm delighted to watch this all fall apart, Jess, because we all predicted that it would happen.